I'd like to welcome you once again. Please feel free.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited you're here today. Finally, this is an event I've been looking forward to both things since the fact that I was working in Bill. We've never had a Mother's Day event where we celebrate motherhood and momhood in all its forms. I know you guys have had, people literally have more than one mother, isn't it? Raise up your hand if you have more than one mother. If you consider more than one person your mother, suddenly you need to have 29 hands out. And that is what motherhood is about. It's not just about the person who's doing it, but it's about who point into your life, and you've got the energy to just celebrate that. And also to bring our children here today as well. Because many times people actually like their background. Yes, generally the ones who make you get into that today so fast in the morning. If you think of Jay there, you say it. But if you think of him, that can't come you sana. So I'm really glad you're here today. Our theme for today's event is powered by grace. And when you think about it, we really make so much movement in our life because someone has learned that and think of grace. Even for you, you're coming to the next day from me and say, hey, Fiona, give me a bit of grace, Come next week, So the spaces you make for each other are actually grace. That's what grace really is about. When you overlook a mistake, when you forgive someone, when you give them more time, when you support them, all that is grace. And you think about it, grow your business, being great. You can see in your career, in your studies, you need a lot of grace in your space as given to you. That's what we want to say today. You really are powered by grace. Even then, when you try to get someone gives you space to move, that's grace. Otherwise, you could block here, you won't come. You feel that in that age. So we just want to celebrate the fact that we're all powered by grace. Right from the zero to the day your 100 years old, love. And I want to encourage you to enjoy today. Not pull out baby. I'm going to say, charge fast. So you'll get more joining us, so don't worry. But I'm really glad you're here, and I think you're my champion for today. So thank you for giving us grace and taking our happy self. So start for yourself. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel it's just for Nigeria.
I'm Musha Abini. Thank you so much, Violette.
If you define how long you want to live, and you define what that would look like. For example, at 100 years, are you walking or are you being assisted? Walking. And there's something important she said, that's not happening in the city. Don't most of us live in the city?
Yes.
Okay. I want to give you some data. The average, this is not to be morbid, this is because I actually want you to have a change in your mindset around health. In Kenya, the average lifespan for a woman is around 68. Around the world, in very developed countries, the average lifespan for a woman is up to 82. So just because I didn't choose where I was born, none of us have control over that. It's next to unfair that you take away 20 years from my life. What does that tell you? It doesn't matter where you're put, you have to make a decision that health is a mindset, okay? You can choose to live to 100 years in the city, similar to the lady who's 112 in the village. But it is a mindset. Unfortunately, whether you are upright or not at 100 years will be determined by the choices you make now, in your 30s, in your 40s, and in 50s.
Good afternoon. Is it evening or afternoon? Okay. We can decide. It's afternoon still.
Yes.
The day is still young. So my name is Kezia Murugi. I am a mother of two. And I run a program called Imani Women Empowerment Program. which we shorten it to just Imani program. It is a teens mom and vulnerable young women in Kenya. So far we started in 2021 and we've had 66 girls go through our program. They're working in different areas. Currently we have about 15 who are in our program, and most of them have come from the Kakuma refugee camp. We've also started taking them, and they come in, they learn a skill. We stay with them, they board there. These are teen moms who have gone through trauma. They've gone through just a lot of rejection over their lives for falling pregnant at a young age. So we took that opportunity to try and empower young women in our society so that they can be self-sustainable. They should not be a charity case. So we are trying to, we may not give them a degree, but we can give them skills that can move them to the right direction in their future.
9 years after having that stress on my shoulder, God blessed me with 3 little ones, and so I am a mother, and sometimes I pinch myself to say, is that true? But what is it that defines me? I have to say there are things that I do in life that you will resonate with by the time I finish. And I also look after mothers in a platform called Mom and Me, right? So Mom and Me is a postnatal support service where we look after mothers when they have just delivered their newborns. Can you just imagine how hard it was when you got your newborn? Or if you're heading into that journey, you probably have interacted with a lot of mothers in that space. But for the purpose of today, my conversation is going to be circling around maternal health and well-being. It will also circle around what are those practical strategies. Almost feels like a continuation of what Doctor reminded us, but in another practical sense of who are we and what do we do every day and how can we manage that? Because at the end of the day, we are still working on our maternal health and well-being, right? Once upon a time, there was this lady. There probably is this lady still. And maybe there's this lady in the room even now. Let's call this lady Wanjiru, right? Wanjiru is a mother. Wanjiru is a banker. Wanjiru is a wife. By the way, she works in a beautiful place in some very posh bank in Upper Hill. She gets good money. She just came from maternity leave, by the way. So she's got about 2 years. She stayed on, hustled right through, but the baby is now just about to turn 2 years. Wanjiru runs. Wanjiru moves very fast. Wanjiru sleeps very minimal hours. Sometimes Wanjiru doesn't even have an idea whether it's Sunday, whether she's even forgotten to do her health check. Wanjiru actually one time forgot her child's appointment. Wanjiru wakes up with that shoulder pain and the neck, but she still puts on that smile. She puts on the red lipstick and the heels, and she's a department head. And she still walks, and you can hear the heels go. And people go, the boss, the boss, the boss. So she's quite somebody senior and powerful, right? Everyone looks at Wanjiru. She's like the matron of honor in all those ratios. She's like that mama who they say, go and see Mama Wanjiru, go and see this. She is the mama. One day, she's driving home and that phone call comes. Ring, ring, ring. And she answers and says, Wanjiru, we need to see you at the clinic. We need to discuss your results. At that point, Wanjiru says, okay. She's very worried. She's anxious. She thinks, what was that pain I felt on my right side?
So in this story, we are going to learn about postpartum depression. We are also going to learn about parenting and also how to relate with spouses, everything in my story. And it's a true story. It's not of Wajiro. Thank you so much for Wajiro's story, though. Yeah. So I have 2 kids to start from there, 2 boys. One is 10 years, the other one is 5 years. And when I got my first kid, everything was okay. I was working, my husband was okay. And then there is this feeling that almost all of us do, I don't know, but checking whether your baby is okay when they are sleeping. Kamelala kweli ama kamekufa. Do we do that? After how long do we stop? Kanapumua. After how long do we stop? After 10 years. And do you think that's okay? We have a doctor here. We help us to tell. Do you think after 10 years it's okay? The reason why I'm asking that is because up to 8 years, that means I already had my second kid. I was still looking whether my baby can have more. When they are in their bedroom, I sometimes just intentionally leave it open so that I can check if kamepumua ama kamekufa. That means I'm not sleeping the whole night, right? And we have been taught sleep is one of the social aspects of life, right? Yeah, so that's one thing that I used to do as a mother, as a first mother. The other thing that I used to do, cry. I just cry. I just wake up in the morning and I don't know, I didn't decide to cry, but just something just lets me cry. And when you come and ask me, why are you crying? I don't know. And I will cry in the morning, and sometimes in the afternoon I found myself crying. And it went on, even with my second baby. That thing went on for 7 years, just crying. Once in a week, I just cry. I don't know, I felt like it's okay. It's okay to cry, So for me, it was, I'm okay at the end of the day. The other thing, hunger issues. How many of us have hunger issues? With this gene alpha, inakwambia, Mom, why are you shouting? Stop shouting. Am I the only person who is experiencing? Stop shouting. So, hunger issues is one of the things that also affected me. Those are 3 now, right? Thinking that I'm okay and smiling at you. And when I'm inside my house, I'm shouting to everyone, Bijiko, to everything that comes across me. I just shout. And yeah, somehow it made me feel good, But there is this day, that is after around 6 years, we went somewhere. It was just a seminar like this, and I was sharing with fellow women how we feel. It's not ile tunaongeanga tu, we just talking, me, I'm having this and this and this. Then there's this lady who told me, you are talking about crime, you are talking about hunger issue. I am forgetting my number. I'm forgetting how to drive. I don't know how to drive anymore. I've been driving my car for the last 10 years. But after giving birth to my last born, there is a year or something when she was sharing the story. After giving birth, I'm even forgetting on how to drive. Sometimes I just get in that car and I don't remember how to drive. Is that normal? And then she goes on, I even forgot my number. And then do you know what we did? We just laughed and we said, those things are normal.
So thanks everyone for coming. I think we all make it happen. So thank you and nice meeting all of you. Sunday. My name is Elizabeth. Okay. I don't know if to say. Do I say or not say? Say. Where's your heart? Okay. I'm Violette. Mother in law.
Support system. Love. Clock it, ladies.
For me, it's
always a pleasure to attend the events. I've attended several.